Oh, what time is it? It's time for you to learn. That's what time it is. So you've made it through the first module. You know where you want to go. You know the goals that you want. You know how much money you want to make, and you've made your commitment. Now it's time for you to get some damn sleep. Now, why am I talking about sleep? And why is that the first thing? Well, because if you are not rested, if you are not well and healthy and strong, you're not going to be able to get anything really useful done in your day. It's just that simple. See, here's what happens. The body only heals when it is at rest. That's the only time that it can do anything for itself. Because during the day, when you're awake and you're active and you're thinking and you're doing things and you're moving around, your body is just operating to make all of that stuff happen. But when you sleep, that's when everything changes. That's when everything corrects. Now, there are lots of people out there on the internet that you may see who are really promoting, oh, I can do so much in my day and I only get 4 hours of sleep. I'm really productive. I take little micro naps. And you know what? That really does work for them. Them, not necessarily you. And I'll tell you why. Because there is a small percentage, a very small percentage of the human population that can actually survive on a little bit of sleep like that. Very small percentage. The majority of everybody else, no. They truly do need 7 to 9 hours of true sleep every day. 7 to 9 hours. And I know that may seem like, oh my God, that is so much. I don't have time for that. I can't do it. But guess what happens? When you allow yourself that time to sleep, time expands. Yes. I know you're probably freaking out and saying, well, what is this guy talking about? Time expands. That's what happens because you are refreshing your thought process. You are refreshing your brain. You are refreshing your mind and everything that you are doing. It is your opportunity to reset, to clean out. Now, I want to give you a true fact. This is science. It has been researched and discovered that the less sleep you get, the greater your chance of acquiring Alzheimer's and dementia in your older age. Yeah, that is a powerful thing. When you sleep, what happens is the brain actually goes in and it starts to clean itself out. It cleans out all of the dead cells, all of the toxins that may be in there from whatever foods you're eating. It cleans out, physically cleans itself out. And think of it like a street sweeper that goes by in the middle of the night. Everybody's sleeping, but it comes through and it sweeps out all the junk off of the gutters and it cleans up everything so it's good and fresh for the next day. Your brain does that only when it is sleeping. Only. You must get that sleep in order for the brain to go into that process to start to cleanse itself. Because what happens if you don't do that, then all of that stuff builds up inside your brain. And it takes many hours for that process, that cleaning process to happen. All of that stuff builds up so that if you don't allow that cleansing to happen, it solidifies. And that becomes the plaque that they talk about in Alzheimer's that causes the experience of not knowing who you are. So when you sleep, the brain does whatever it does with chemicals, with movement, with cells that know exactly what to do to take out the things that don't need to be there, and it flushes it through your lymphatic system and it brings it out of your body. If you don't sleep, that doesn't happen. And you build up garbage inside your brain, inside all of the gutters inside your brain. Yeah, your brain has gutters. So imagine this. You have your workspace. It's a nice big area and it's filled with garbage. It's filled with papers and documents and books and all of these things that are just taking up your space. So you have only this little space here where you can actually do some work. You're not going to be very efficient because you can't find the things that you want when you want it. You can't just reach and there it is and get moving. You have to search through everything. You have to open up these books. You have to lift up all these papers and files and folders. And you're not going to get the things done that you want to get done in the amount of time you need. But if you were to clean off your desk space, you organize everything, put them into drawers and folders and label everything like that, well, then you're going to be really efficient because all you have to do is, oh, I need that. I know where it is. You go grab it and there it is and you're ready to go. You move. That's what sleep does for you. It organizes your brain at the same time that it cleans your brain so that when you wake up and you have your regular day, you're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy and you're going to have new ideas. You're going to be more creative and you're going to be able to work so much more efficiently. Isn't that what you want? You want to be scattered all day long? Do you want to feel like you're in a fog all day long? Well, if you get less sleep, yeah, that's going to happen. Now, you can have maybe 1 or 2 days maximum of lacking sleep because, yeah, life happens, of course. Schedules and things out of your control happen, but you got to get up and you got to do these things. Don't let that happen regularly. You have to be able to sleep at least 7 to 9 hours. Me, I need the 9 hours. I would love to be able to sleep 9 hours, but I usually get about 7, and that works for me. Ideally, you have to decide. You have to sample and see what is best for you. Now, taking a day where you just sleep all day, that's not your factor. That's not how you're going to understand what you need for yourself. You have to give yourself a pattern. So I want you to do this. I want you to take 1 full week, 7 days, and make your schedule align it so that you can get 8 hours of sleep. That's right. Only 8 hours of sleep. I say only because that is what I wanted to do. I don't want you to do 7. I don't want you to do 9. I want you to do 8. 8 hours of sleep. And notice how you feel at the end of those 7 days. Maybe make a little journal. Write this out. Write how you feel before you do this process. Write how your energy is and how productive you believe you are at the beginning of this process. Then go through your week of sleep. And then write out how you feel differently, how you feel more alive, how you feel more confident, how you feel more creative and efficient after you've gotten a full week of 8 full hours of sleep. You're going to notice a difference. I guarantee you that. Now, later on in this module, we're going to discuss the processes that you need to do to get yourself ready for sleep, because you don't want to be working on your phone or on your computer just up to the time that you go into your bed. There's a process there, but we'll discuss that later, and you don't have to worry about that. But I want you to commit yourself to the challenge. Give yourself 8 hours of sleep and notice how you feel better afterwards. You want to make money. You want to be profitable. You want to be an influential person in whatever it is your business is. But if you are foggy, if you are lazy, if you're tired, if your eyes are burning, if you have low energy, people don't really care. People aren't going to want to work with you. People aren't going to want to buy with you. You can only hold up that sham for so long. And when that is gone, you have nothing. But if you get yourself some sleep, respect yourself. We're going to talk about that later. Respect yourself so that you can get the things that you want in your life. Because if you don't respect yourself, why should anyone else respect you? But that's for another time. So that's your challenge. Look in your schedule, make it happen. 8 hours of sleep for the next 7 days. Journal beforehand, notice how you feel, and then notice how productive you are at the end of the week. Then you're going to journal again and notice the difference, how bright you are, how alive you are. and you'll see the profits afterwards. Okay, let's move on to the next module.